Yo, something like that happened earlier, too. What the fuck is going on? That dude is dead. You know, I had theorized that that was a thing for a very long time. I didn't have any actual proof of it until just now. Yeah, I don't think that this is possible at this point. That was so worth it. Okay. I have no idea what the hell he was doing, and neither did he. What the fuck was that? Okay. Interesting. Can't say I've ever seen that happen before. Hold up. Oh, it wasn't on the game for some reason. I'm sitting here pushing buttons like, ain't shit happening. What's the deal? I'm used to game dropping inputs, but not right there. Meltane of the Dark Lord. It feels like we're on this stage way too often. With the spur? The hell? Uh-oh, hold on. How many purple tier ingots do I have? If I can even find the damn things. You know, some of these are a lot closer than I would have thought. Yo. Yo. Expeditions. Wait, they're both here? Oh, for Christ. Bruh, what? Yeah, 193, that's correct. Honestly, the way that you hold the spear in front of you like this suggests that, like, you should, in theory, land attacks simply by dashing at stuff. I got muck in the stuck. Spider. Okay. I am real shocked at how long that took to become a hitbox. Interesting. I figured it was an amount of time before it becomes a hitbox, not an amount of distance. That's curious. Okay. Well done, you almost got me. Are you? Okay. Good. Looks like you can, with Fatal Thrust, it looks like once this becomes a hitbox that you can sort of abuse the fact that your movement in the muck is slow. course, it could also ruin things like that. Good. Right, I forgot last time that happens too. That wheel monk just immediately rushes you down. What? What? Okay. That is some, relatively typical hitbox bullshit. Wish I could even, like, suggest that that's even vaguely a Nioh thing. It's a fucking every video game with hitboxes thing. Hitboxes are just a weird, fuzzy science at best. Anyways, just like last time. Oh. Oh, I probably was already full. Yeah, just like last time, I'm done, like, farming revenants endlessly. We're just gonna kill them until I have, a complete inventory of the Ochoko Cups, and then we're gonna start ignoring them. I don't know how long that was the case just now. I probably did way more than I was supposed to. Yeah, Fatal Thrust is just way too good. Honestly, like, the wind-up is too fast, the damage is too high. Like, honestly, like, the only theoretical downside to it is that there's no key recovery at the end of it. But that just means that you can put... I think I have, what, Reckless Slice on it? Yeah. I don't have anything on this one, though. I don't think... Yeah, none of the ones that matter are available. I did not deserve to get away with that. Also, for whatever reason, Fatal Thrust pushes enemies. Like, I mean, I understand on hit, but, like... Or rather, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, it just seems like a lot. What? Because, like, you can shove big boys with it. It's really ridiculous. One second. Man. See, after doing Fatal Thrust right there, that Gaki wound up for a throw that he was way too far away to land because he'd gotten shoved away by the previous attacks. I was having difficulty controlling which way I was moving right there. I wasn't sure if that was going to break the crystal or not. I didn't expect the hitbox on his tail to be that accessible. Like, I realize using Fatal Thrust over and over is probably about as visually bland as it can get. It's not my fault, that's the optimal way to do things. That should hit both? Yeah. Wait, really? Okay, for a second, like, I thought it didn't let me pick that up, and I was like, what? Since when do I have 10,000 of those? One day, eventually, likely. Wait, oh, I forgot to pick that up. Oops. Wait, did I? Wow. Is here in the near future probably going to have a day of no stream because there's some technical things that I would like to test and figure out. For instance, the program that I use for auto splitting apparently has a relatively recent function that allows it to just detect text. And I gotta say, that's got me curious. Like, instead of it being an image match, it's just gonna detect text. Which, I gotta say, like, there was a point in time that I was trying to put together, like, a set of splits for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I could not, under any circumstances, figure out how to get it to behave the way I wanted it to. Which was to say, I literally could not get the splitter to recognize the thing on the screen that I wanted it to recognize. Couldn't get it to happen. But if it was able to just, like, see the range that I was looking at and be like, yep, there's the text, done. That'd be swell. Then again, I'm not, like, playing that anymore, but good job, buddy. But, like, text recognition in general, like, it says that it's experimental. And plus, the version of auto-split that I currently use is quite old. You know what, I will come back to you in a moment. Also, I really, and like, honestly, that would help immensely with Asura's Wrath thing, because, like, here's the thing. What I would really like is the means to have it automatically pause when the saving prompt comes up, and then automatically unpause when it goes away. And the reason is because, like, look, if this is an issue, like for one thing, I don't have to speedrun based on anybody else's rules or expectations. It's my own thing anyways, because I'm not interacting with leaderboards anymore. And realistically, if I'm having this issue with saving, then certainly I wouldn't end up being the only one. If in the future there was suddenly a boom of people interested in speedrunning Asura's Wrath, surely there's going to be other people with, like, saving variation. And that's just, like, the hardware being a finicky bitch, you know? Oh, whoops. Have a bird. Plus, honestly, I'd really like to go through a lot of my runs and find ways to use auto-pausing. I think part of the problem with that, though, is that when it's automated through keyboard inputs, there is the possibility that it will not trigger like relatively rapid inputs, right? So that's a concern. But anyways, I've got ideas and I want to test them, and you know, I'll figure it out. Defiled with the Ursa. Meow. But yeah, taking all that time to get that set up, there's not going to be... Like, I mean, there's a chance that I'll get some streaming in, provided that I'm still in the mood for it after all that, but after all that, I don't know, man. Bitch. Get ate up, bruh. You know, I input Dweller right there, and nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Good job, buddy. Piss off, dude. Okay. Good. Oh my god, dude. God, I want my sinuses to calm the fuck down. I think we might actually genuinely be in the season change finally. The thing I've been begging for this whole time, because like it keeps like it'll be warm for a day or two and then get cold, and then be warm for a day and then get cold, and then be warm for 2-3 days and then get cold. We might actually have a season change here, and it's, you know, June, mid to late June. But like my sinuses are freaking the fuck out right now. Ugh. Horrible sounds. It stood him up because he was paralyzed. Wait. Okay, no, yeah, we're good. Get the fuck out of here. How long? Oh my god, I haven't been paying attention. That's probably been the case for, like... I'd be willing to bet that I killed, like, 5 or 6 extra. Good. You know, fighting Kasha around a bunch of, like, random obstructions, it doesn't really work because of, like, the type of moves that she does are all based on, like a serpentine line that she'll do at you, or that circle where she leaves a ring of fire around you. Okay. So, the next weapon up is Odachi, since we all know I'm real happy about using the Odachi, but let's just get it out of the way. Tengu's disciple. I almost said principal. The fuck? there anything hidden around the beginning? No? Okay. Okay. Oh, wrong way. I love that his dodge to get away from my attack was to step right through the sword. See that giant blade that went right through my torso? Right through my guts? Ah, it's fine. I don't agree. Can we please? Yeah. You are now shackled to a dickhead. Yay, NPCs, quote-unquote, helping! Uh-oh. I think last time that I went through this stage that Greater Skeleton Warrior threw me off as well. There's no need to do those because we're not... Like, we didn't spin the Nioh Choco Cups coming in here, so I don't have a need for them. Need is a bit of a loaded way of saying, as I clearly don't need anything at this point. Gotta love how that dude was like doing his best to push the Bakugane back in such a way that I could not hit its back. Hmm. Frame rate's struggling a little bit again. Wonder if I could deflect that. Probably. Wait, what? Oh, it's gotta be below us then. God. Come on. I'm coming back up here again in a second. Wait, no, that enemy is listed as being up here. What? What the fuck is going on? Uh. Oh. Okay, so I guess that was on the ceiling down here somewhere? And I just never managed to trip it? Curious. Man, isn't it cool that the camera is pointed all the way down? I didn't do that, but okay. It dropped my inputs. Cool, cool, cool. It dropped my inputs again. Super extra cool. Like, there's any chance that I would just sit there and take that attack on the chin, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not good at this, but I'm not that fucking bad at it. Alright, 1 second. Ugh. Anyway. Get that dumb fucking Odachi shit out of the way. Sword. It's not going to be for very long, though, and I'm pretty sure that we have to exit the expedition to do this one, but let's look just in case. Yeah. Yep. 100%. I think it's, yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, it did it that time. Real weird. God, this thing's hurt box is such fucking trash. It should be massive. This thing is the size of a fucking building, but no. Like, for those that don't fully understand the concept, like, there's differences between a hitbox and a hurtbox. So a hitbox is a shape, an invisible shape attributed to an attack, right? That determine, like, if something is inside of that shape, when the attack happens, boom, that thing gets hit. But that something that has to be inside of it is the hurtbox. So there's the hitbox for the attack and the hitbox for receiving an attack. They're both hitboxes. It's just it's something that like that it's easier to refer to the receiving part as something else for the purpose of clarity. And the fact is, like that particular enemy's hurtbox, like there's a few enemies that have this problem, but he in particular is like an egregious example of it. It's like, for instance, Nioh has the same kind of thing where, like, there's a collision in front of him. Alright, new thing, show it to me real quick. But, like, there's a collision in front of him that extends further out than his hurtbox does. And on Nioh, it's not that big of a deal, because Nioh isn't that much of a challenge. This cunt, on the other hand, no worries. I'm venting. I'm venting at theoretically no one. A 138, nice, nice. So literally, your next PB is gonna, well, maybe not due to loading differences, but your next PB should almost certainly be faster than Gala. You know what I should do is I should make a comparison video including your new PB. Like, but yeah, if you have a new thing in Ascent, show it to me real quick. Also, if you've highlighted the new PB, then I'll acquire it and make a comparison VOD, so you can see like how it matches up to everything else so far. Yeah, anytime that you find something that may not already be known, your first thought should be, I need to highlight that shit. Oh, right. No, hold on. Tunfa. You didn't do it on stream? Ah, shit. That's no good. You should always do it on stream. Realistically, if I have time to play video games, I'm almost certainly streaming. So, like, my brain just, like, I just automatically assume that other people are live whenever they're doing anything video game related. I don't even know where all of them are, man. Like, the Vampire Layers is something I couldn't give a... Then again, Like, I'm one of those gamers that doesn't give a shit about Chivos. Like, I don't give a shit about Chivos. Literally, the only time you're ever going to see me hunt down an achievement is if I have pretty much everything else done. And I'm just like, whatever, I may as well. Which one is it again? Eye of the Beholder, Tunfa. Wait, how many items do I have on me right now? That should be fine. Like, I've recently, like, defaulted to an old jump that involves, like, jumping onto this, like, L section of pipe so that I don't have to deal with the wall jump that likes to just ignore the fact that you're all over it. Yeah, so I would say for consistency's sake, it's theoretically faster, but it's not faster if the goddamn wall jump just works. But anytime that you jump at the wall, at that wall where the wall jump is supposed to happen, it's a gamble because it might. But, like, in my experience, like, a lot of the time I will jump at that wall for the wall jump and fuck all will happen. Oh, what the hell? I am not using my sword. This is Tonfa's. That is not an... What the fuck am I doing, dude? I thought I was about a Night Rain. That is not a Tonfa attack. Yo, I'm senile as fuck. But yeah, like, realistically, you know, I tend to like to do things very YOLO, like, in the... Like, if there is tech there, whatever the fastest thing is, no matter how unlikely it is to happen, that's the thing I should do, because what if it does? But, man, that particular wall jump just refusing to detect me genuinely pisses me off. Well, Revamp's aerial collision is slippery, more slippery too, so that definitely has an impact. This guy is trying so hard to get me to fall to my death. Okay. Theoretically, I should be doing these right now. But, like, I'm not gonna, because these two fuck everything up so bad. Shut your face. Camera, what the fuck are you doing? Man, the season change is, like, murdering my sinuses. Like, we're finally seem to be going into a genuine springtime. Yeah, I know, it's a little late in the year for that, but fucking... It's thrashing me so hard. Ugh. Yo, keep in mind that, I mean, if you want to run the revamped version, there's no reason not to. Like, I never saw a reason... Like, I never saw enough reason to separate revamped from OG. Because, like, they are... Like, yes, there are differences that make one skip viable and one skip not, but realistically, I kind of feel like... they're still similar enough that they're basically the same speed run. And, like, there is no final consensus on which one is actually faster. I just assume the original is. Probably mostly because of Mess Hall. Really? What the hell? I can safely say I've never seen this happen before. What in the hell are they... I should at some point put a run together for a revamp to just like to have a baseline comparison. Okay, so I genuinely don't know why these guys just automatically came after me like that. That was a really, really, really long run for them. And honestly, even if there was a reason to separate the runs, you could just submit it and that Gustavo Predator sumbitch would, like, not even know the difference. Are you serious? Alright, what? This game is just silly. I do wonder why Gala left Blood Rain 2 moderatorship, given, like, it's not like there was anything going on, you know? Like, if it had, like, drama or some kind of stress attached to it, then I get it, but, like, sure, she was a mod of a game where nothing was happening, but how is that a bad thing? I don't get it. I would highly recommend that, yeah. Like, if you're going to give a shit about the leaderboard, real talk, that dude, Gustavo, should not be a mod for anything. See, if I was modding that leaderboard, the PC run as it currently exists would no longer exist on a leaderboard because that shit is dumb. It is like literally a step and a half away from just saying, why wouldn't you go ahead and just use cheats or cheat engine? Like, I'm all for using, like, Ribatuner or whatever to pick a specific frame rate. And, like, look, if there's a specific frame rate that's, like, you know, I don't know, like, 280 FPS that makes, you like, unusual tricks possible, but you can play the whole game in it, you pick one. Pick one. Because once the game is started, any exterior program use is, like, again, like why wouldn't Game Genie be allowed then? Why wouldn't Codebreaker be allowed then? Why wouldn't Cheat Engine be allowed then? I mean, theoretically, if you were going to add the intended frame rate cap for the original game, it would be 29.97 or 30 flat. It certainly wouldn't be several thousand. I think one of the caps that they use is like 4,000. But the whole thing is just so dumb. And like, I don't want to take away from the work that, I don't remember, Soap Bubble or whatever. I don't want to like take away from the runner's like effort, but that as an official category just doesn't make sense. But see, this is another reason why I don't give a shit about leaderboards in general. Because I think that people make choices based on what they want things to be rather than what things should be. Like, I think outside of extreme circumstances, like a game not being able to maintain its frame rate properly, any use of anything external the game shouldn't be allowed. And I do mean anything. Like, there's speedruns where people will, like, use the home menu or whatever on Xbox or on PlayStation to, like, oh, if you go to home menu right here, it'll bug this or that out. And it's like, well, yeah, because you're using something that's external to the game. I'm just not a fan of that kind of shite. Ah! I got screamed at. Yeah, one of the things that I regularly did for pretty much every game that I ever moderated, I always did like like loadless edits. Like I would feed that run into a video editor, and then I would manually take out all of the frames that are loading, or like if it's a hardware limitation and not a gameplay limitation, I would remove those frames. So that you and I, for instance, like if we have a relatively equal Blood Rain 2 run, mine is going to be faster because it's on the faster hardware. But that's bullshit. My run shouldn't be superior because my fucking load screens are more gracious. So I would always do that kind of thing for my runs, and I used to actually do streams that were speedrun moderator transparency streams, and the whole idea was that, like, as boring as it would be, you could sit here and watch me loadless edit your shit. And you could sit here and watch me loadless edit my shit. It's just a way to, like, make it, like, where you could go back to the video and you could see, for a fact, that there was no bullshit. Everything is on the up and up. Because I fully understand that the idea of saying speed, like, your final time video editing doesn't sound great unless you know exactly what the process is. I got told repeatedly that that was, like, really something special, that, like, no other leaderboard moderator did stuff like that. And, like, I remember at one point, I think, like, I don't remember which marathon it was in, but there was a, like, a Dragon Ball Z fighting game that was in some kind of speedrun marathon, and they were talking about, like, oh, we use this, this console for this reason. And, like, I'm looking at that game is on a whole lot of different fucking consoles. And so, of course, I asked the question that my thought process would lead to is, what do you guys do to balance competition between load times on different platforms? And literally, the answer I got was, we don't. So that leaderboard's definitely a giant pile of shit. Good stuff. And, like, look, admittedly, like, I'm not saying that everybody should do that. I don't think that just anybody that knows video games real well should be a speedrun moderator, and that's not necessarily because I don't think that they know what they're doing. I think a lot of people just simply don't have the time for it. Because if you're going to do it properly, it is not a low-effort thing. I did at one point, like, offer those services to other leaderboards, though. Nobody took me up on it because, well, usually the answer I would get is, that doesn't seem necessary. But that was the kind of effort, like, remember what I've said before is, like, in all of my efforts to make sure that all of my speed games are as fair as possible, I mostly just got a shitload of drama for it. I, like, didn't, like, nobody in the actual communities I ran ever really thanked me for all of the time and effort I put into that. Ever. Like, with the exception of maybe to Cosmic when he was starting to do, like, Samurai Western runs. It's mostly because, like, oh, well, the decision that I made didn't favor you specifically, so time to complain. That felt spicy, not gonna lie. Bad timing. Most of the time, like the drama that I had to deal with, like 99% of the time, is why aren't emulators allowed? And on PlayStation 2, the only reason that emulators would be allowed is if the person in charge is lazy, selfish, stupid, or just straight up has no idea what they're doing. Or maybe all three. I don't mind it in cases where the emulation is so fucking solid and faithful to the original hardware that, like, just about anybody could look at it and say, like, SNES 9X is pretty fucking solid. There's NES emulation that's pretty fucking, like not just, like, I was able to compare one-to-one, I was able to compare hardware lag on Super Dodgeball to the actual console, and it matched up on several emulators. But, like, PCSX2 isn't even an emulator. It's a game engine. And the difference is that a game engine simply seeks to run the games. It doesn't necessarily seek to run them accurately. Whereas an emulator tries to emulate real hardware. But PCSX2 doesn't do that. And, like, you look into the web page at all, and, like, they even talk about it being superior to the real thing in terms of, like, higher frame rates and less lag. So, like, they're not even seeking accuracy. No. It's not, and I'll tell you why. Because the RNG engine that it uses floating point math. And PCSX2 doesn't do floating point math worth a hot shit. And the devs even, like, straight up, like, made a post about that where, quote, either you want it accurate or you want it fast. They opt for fast because that allows for seamless gameplay. Otherwise, like, it would have to have, like, micro hangs literally anywhere that floating point math is used, which in most games that use RNG is everywhere. Like, God Hand's RNG is Mersenne Twister. It is a floating point math-based random number generator. So that means literally the entire game. Every time a random number is generated, it's wrong. Every single time. So that means every punch you throw, it's wrong. Every time that the targeting makes a decision, it's wrong. Every attack that the enemies decide to use, it's wrong. And, like, Fatal Frame 1 doesn't have a lot of RNG, but it does have some RNG. The only PlayStation 2 game I ever played that didn't that I would say probably would run fairly accurately if it wasn't for the fact that it has weird hardware limitations is Metal Slug 3D, but that's because there's literally no randomness in that game at all. None. Every single thing that happens in that game is 100% deterministic. What's even worse about PCSX2, and like, you know, I love like popping into this page every so often just to like laugh at what nonsense you'd have to be into to allow this to be a thing. But let's see. The latest stable we've got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 10 per page, and we've got 4 pages. And the 4th page is 3. So we've got 33 stable releases. We've got 10 on the nightly releases, and we have 818 pages. So we've got 33 plus 8,173. So we've got over 8,200 currently available versions. So if you and I were speedrunning a game on our preferred versions of PCSX2, it is an unpoliceable wild, wild west. Because there's just so many goddamn versions, and there's no way to confirm what versions we're using. Anyways, that was like my biggest headache every single time. And like, I know that the majority of the arguments for it aren't even necessarily that they want to use the emulator, they just want to play the game and speedrun it. But they want their piracy to be upheld. Like, please stop discouraging my thievery. And, like, I get the arguments that, like, retro games are a lot harder to get, and God Hand in particular is A, extremely hard to find, and B, fucking expensive when you do. But, like, it turns out that highly competitive spaces aren't accessible to everyone. Who would have thought? Anyways, that's my whole, like, about this topic, and it's another reason why genuinely, the last straw for me and the biggest reason that I left speedrun.com was that someone threw a pissy baby little hissy fit about the fact that emulator wasn't allowed on Metal Slug 3D. And then they went to site admin to complain that I wasn't allowing PCSX2. And you would think that site admin would be like, I don't know enough about this, that's his call. But they fucking contacted me about it. And like I was already like so close to being like, I'm so done with this fucking bullshit, and then that happened and I'm like, nah dude, I'm fucking leaving. This is so dumb. Hella over this mess. Wait, how many items are 501? I should probably do something about that. But yeah, that's all my speedrun trauma. Have fun with that. The worst part about it is just how much I know about PCSX2 now because of all of the shit that I had to be, like, aware of. And, like, I don't discourage people from using PCSX2 to, like, play games casually. Like, I mean, if it's the only option you've got and you just want to play a game, then fucking play games. I don't care. But in competitive spaces, things need to be standardized, and it's just not possible. Ooh, that was close. You know, this conversation reminds me about someone that I have not seen his name in a really, really, really long time. Like, long enough that I'm not fully sure that I remember what his name was. It was one of DeCosmic's homies for the longest times. Name started with an S. What the hell was that dude's name? Hold on. Let me go into his chat and see if he's in the mod list anymore. Don't show me stuff. Either he's changed his name or he's not there anymore. Interesting. I guess I won't hunt that down because like, I can't remember his name. I wouldn't know how to hunt it down. Ah. What? Fucking hitboxes, bro. Those two dudes are after me for sure. Or are they? I thought they were. What? Game, please. I'm feeling real bothered, man. What was that dude's name? Like, I'm shit with names anyway, so, like, it makes me feel that much more awkward when I'm like, I should know this. Yeah, I don't know. I might be like thinking about ancient history. It's real weird though. Isn't paralysis fun? I think it's real fun. I think it's real fun. Well done, buddy. You almost got me that time. You know, I know it's 2 in the morning and there's 0 chance of this, but you know what would be real great is if the Cosmic would pop in and just be like, oh, that was this guy. Fuck. I didn't need to do that. Why did I do that? What? Whatever, bruh. You're kidding! Man got pickaxed to death. Ooh, spicy. Oh, oh, we're good. We're good. Got them all done again. Let's see, hold on. I have an idea. I have an idea. I'm pretty sure he did Final Fantasy VII Remake runs. I don't see him here either. What? Maybe this guy just doesn't exist anymore. Oh well, anyway. Yeah. Nice aim. You know, it'd be real good if the next mission coming up had a Switchglaive. That'd be swell. I'd really, really like that. I don't think that that's the case, though. The Hollow Fortress Split Staff. We could do some Split Staff. I'm down for that. Ring 6. I don't know why, but it feels weird, like, thinking about, like, this is in just the second area of the game. This is a complicated fucking map, dude. I'm not a fan of this map because it requires a whole lot of, like, different... It requires a lot of different looping the same area to get everything. So 539... I thought I would interrupt them in time. Apparently not. That felt like a mess. How did that not hit the other guy? Sucks to be you, buddy. Alright, there's just a Sudama in there. Oh, come on, dude. I'm not playing very well. This sucks. You know, I know exactly what this music is, and yet listening to it like right now, like the vibes that I just got harder than anything else was it kind of sounds like we're fighting a boss fight in like SMT Nocturne. Get shit on. Boom. Cool. Bonk. I'll deal with you in a second. I dealt with him in a second. I kept my word. Wait, hold on. Didn't I... Oh, I'm probably thinking about... Hold on, I might be thinking about the Twilight version of this mission, but I feel like I remember there being another enemy just kind of hanging out on one of these beams. Maybe not. Yeah, it's probably the Twilight version of it. Then you got this dickhead. This is not the guy I was talking about. Scruffington. That's that dude's name. I haven't seen or heard from that dude in like 100 million years. Long enough that I was completely lost trying to figure out what the hell his name was. I knew it started with an S. That's Scruff is still around. Yeah, I haven't heard hide nor hair of that dude in fucking ages. I wonder why he's not in Cosmic's mod list anymore. He was for a really, really, really long time. I think so? I mean, like, who the hell says the V part? V is so formal. He's just Scruffington to me. Wait, did I miss it because I was looking for an S name and he totally is still in the mod list? Oh man, that would definitely be a wonderful dementia moment. You okay, Granddad? Well, yeah, that's super dead. Oh, fuck off. Alright, cool, cool. Sack of shit. Probably should have taken my lunch break before this mission. Are you serious? He fell so far that it respawned him. Again? Yep. That is total horseshit. I guess let's take this over here since the game is cheating in your favor, mate. That was the biggest load of bullshit I've seen in this game in kind of a while. Because that, like, there's all this, like, unintended shit that happens. This feels like it's a genuinely intended thing. Like, oh, he got too far away from the thing, so I guess let's respawn him. Like, fuck you, he's supposed to fall 400 miles down that way. Oh, wait. No, I'm gonna leave this here intentionally. Because that's not the pattern I was supposed to follow at all. Okay, I think. Yeah. And then from here, we would drop down, grab this. Also, there's another thing I haven't been doing that I really should have been doing, in that when I get to the top, I'm supposed to be sending the elevator back down. Of course, this time it's not necessary. As far as I remember. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, it is. Because I am going down one last time. Come out on that side, and there's that. Pretty sure this is gonna make that dude fall. He should be dead now. Plonk. Yeah. I don't think I'll need the elevator again, but the hell with it, I'll send it back down either way. You know, you can fall far enough to take damage right there. That's pretty silly. I feel relatively certain that there's still a box that I've left somewhere. That is not where I'm talking about. Genuinely, where the hell is this thing? I mean, I know that there's this box right here. Fucking where is it, dude? It's that one. I don't remember how get up. Okay. Now that we're done with the fucking labyrinth area, shit, dude. Or are we? As I get, like, re-lost trying to find the exit that I'm actually supposed to take. Here we go. Damn. Alright, anyway. Why is this tree... Why? You're... Fuck off, dude. The camera looking straight the fuck down again. Cool, it dropped my dash. That's really fucking annoying, dude. Going from I have, you know, good control over this combat to, oh, it dropped a single input, and then literally every result behind that being a giant shit show. Hooray. Awesome. Why did that do so little damage? What? And then that time it did way more damage. Okay. Game is so consistent. Consistently fecked. I love those dropped inputs. They're my favorite. Nearly dying because the game just refused my circle button. It's the best. It makes for an excellent gaming experience. What? Just get out of here, dude. Yo, what's up, Panda? How's the triple job life going? Too much thing for me. Though, considering, because of Blue Sky, I've learned a lot that I didn't need to know about what's going on in British politics right now, and I am so sorry that your situation isn't that different from ours. Oops, okay. Well, we're down here now. Ah! Fucking fire arrows, dude. And, like, maybe there's some elements of it that I don't understand, you know, being not from there, but, like, the two parties that I keep on hearing about are Reform, which sounds like hilariously over-the-top right-wing nonsense, and Labor, which, and I could be super wrong on this, so please do correct me, from my understanding, is supposed to be a leftist party that is also hilariously over-the-top right-wing, or at least that's how they're coming off in the shit that I've been seeing lately. And we had that one guy that's like, our party is going to fully ban all knives. And I'm like, well, there goes steak night. Bro, like, fuck it. Oh, God. I wish I was... You're supposed to tell me I'm wrong. This is the worst. I hate everything. Yeah, I didn't expect you to tell me I was wrong about Reform. Isn't that like shit dick Nigel Farage Reform or whatever the hell? Dude, that guy looks like a wormy villain. Like genuinely, if you were to make a cartoon villain that was just a random white guy, it would be that guy. Literally, none of these fuck want... Like, you know, they talk about oh, stronger country, blah, blah, blah. And because it's the same rhetoric we get here. But, like, literally none of these policies make a stronger country. You know how you make a stronger country? Is you lift literally every poor person out of poverty. Because if everyone is capable of engaging with the economy, you get a stronger economy. You get a stronger economy, you get a stronger country. And then you don't have scenarios where people are just unable to take care of themselves because you've given them the means to do so. Gasp. Complicated. Man. Fuck you, game. But yeah, the situation in the world is like the big reason that like I'm full of anxiety tonight. Like I was gonna do some more no reset speedrun attempts, but like bruh. That's gonna be a no for me, dog. Said the bot guy who was bought. Like, see, in this country, the only 3 politicians that I can think of that are utterly unbought is Bernie Sanders, a progressive, Ro Khanna, a Democrat, and Thomas Massie, a Libertarian Republican. And, like, I would so much rather have Thomas Massie, a Libertarian Republican, than a bot-ass Democrat. And, like, oh, dude, like, people are so ridiculous here in that, like most people in, like, U.S. politics would hear that and think, Xana loves the GOP, he's a Trump supporter. Nah, dude, like, we've got one dude on that side trying to do things that are at least somewhat based in integrity. And I think that that is much more valuable than someone who says that they're on your side, who clearly isn't. Bruh, like, I'm not gonna lie, without knowing anything at all about British politics, I already knew that Brexit was a fucking terrible idea. Like, at best, you would have been treating one set of problems for a much larger set of problems. And, like, I could see that right from jump. Like, the things that they were like, well, if we exit Europe, we'll be able to do this, 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 and this. And it's like, but you motherfuckers know that means you're gonna have, like, no support from all of your neighbors, who you're surrounded by the way. Like, mate. It does not take a genius to see that that is a terrible, terrible idea. Of course he failed to disclose. Why would they disclose? I can't just tell people that I got bought for £5 million. Pounds sterling. We've got way too many people in this world that are more concerned with being perceived as having been wrong than, like, coming to the right conclusion. Because, man, we got some dumb motherfuckers that are just, like, refusing to learn that shit ain't what they thought it was. And then you got the ones that are, like, in it for the racism, and, like, racism in this day and age just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, let's say that morals had fuck all to do with this. Racism makes no sense in this day and age, because, like, here we are talking on the internet, not fully developed by any one particular group of people. On a over computers, not fully developed by any one group of people. We're probably both still alive because of medical advances, not entirely developed by any one group of people. If you drive a car, drive on roads, live in a building, none of which were developed or created or built entirely by any one group of people. Like, I don't understand, like, you can't even turn the fucking key on a vehicle and be guaranteed that everything involved was all whites. Bruh. It doesn't make any sense. We don't have Trump. I mean, are you sure? Some of them motherfuckers are, like, outright being like, we should move closer to Trump or do things exactly like him. Like, back when we weren't in the information age and you could convince yourself that because obviously only white people are smart enough to be doctors, so all of these medical advances are all thanks to the wonderful white people. Back when people didn't know shit, I could see, like, the arrogance being there. But in these days, when we, like, know that is definitely not the case, it baffles me. It baffles me that you can maintain that level of stupidity. Yeah. I mean, we had Mexican food restaurants here, like, refuse to serve ice, right? Mexican food restaurants. Why did they even notice that they weren't allowed there? Anyway. I had, like, okay, so Viv had a coworker. I say had because she got let go for really, really stupid reasons, but let's skip over that for now. We were at her coworker's house for Thanksgiving because we don't know anybody else out here. And I had, like, a hardcore argument with her father about, like, the history of chili and, like, where it came from, and the fact that it was definitely not initially created as a meat dish. And he refused this notion in literally every possible way. Like, what, mate? You think that the people that didn't have money, that were trying to extend how far their beans would go, definitely made an all-meat rich person version of their peasant dish. You're right. Yeah, oh, I got away with some shit right there. I fucking hate this thing. Right, the all-meat version of chili came later, and it wasn't even necessarily because it was culinarily better, it was just the rich people showing off. You know, like, white wedding dresses, because back in those days, white fabric was... Like genuinely white fabric was super expensive. And, like, the funny thing about that whole conversation to me is, like, we had literally just shared with him the fact that I won multiple chili cook-offs in Texas, where that would have been a big deal. And he's, like, just arguing with me about it. To add more context, the next time that we saw him was at their Super Bowl party, which is not a thing I give a shit about, even though our team won. But he was just going, like, full Trumper the whole fucking time that we were there. And it was just, like his meltdown about Bad Bunny being the main performer at the halftime show was just delicious until he started doing that, "You're here, you should learn how to speak American." And I was just like, no, yeah, so how is your Cherokee? Dumb shit. God, I hate it. I hate it. Anyways. Video games. You know, We need to have a better term for that, because clowns actually go to clown college, you know what I'm saying? Like, genuine, for real clowns have to learn how to be, like, genuinely good at their craft. These motherfuckers ain't learned nothing ever. I can only imagine having to like deal with like imagine if you were like a genuine certified clown who like really loved the craft and like paid for proper schooling for it, and now these evil fuck asses are constantly being referred to as clowns. And you're just like, oh, god damn it. Oh, that still hit him. Nice. Bitch. Nice guard button. Dude, I pointed out the other day in a friend's stream chat that that Nioh 3 wasn't doing so hot popularity-wise, and I shit you not, reacted like I told him his kids were ugly and that his wife was a hoe. Like, he took it so personally, and so like you could tell it was like he took it like a personal attack. Because it like his responses were very like look, you know when you can just detect over the internet when someone's response isn't like you know because like I remember pointing out like, look, even if I knew nothing else, right, when Nioh 3 came out, the online features of Nioh 2 were a ghost town. The clan points were very, very, very low. The red graves were just about non-existent. And then, just a few weeks after Nioh 3 came out, pretty much all of that shit went back to exactly what it was. Which, like, look, I understand the argument that, like, Nioh 3 is not a completed product, and Nioh 2 is. Okay, I get that. But, like, you could say, like, oh, okay, they ran out of shit to do in Nioh 3 and went back to Nioh 2. But wouldn't those same people have run out of shit to do in Nioh 2? So you got two different games that you've run out of shit to do in, and you went back to the older one, when you could practice and get better at the newer one. Maybe I'm the weird one here. But, like, genuinely, every time that I hear anything about Nioh 3, it's not positive. Yeah, Nioh 1's still a ghost town, mate. Yeah, it's gonna catch me. Pissing shit fuck. I deserved it, though. I am fucking doing real bad right now. Like, real bad. Why am I... Come on, dude. That should not have happened. Oh, god damn. I've got to remember that you cannot rely on Dweller against this. Why am I so bad at this right now? I did not deserve to survive all of that stupid bullshit. I just don't understand anybody, like, reacting that over the top. Even if it was his favorite game ever. Like, it doesn't matter how much you love a thing, other people are not gonna love it. Like other people are gonna have different feelings. There's gonna be plenty of people out there that don't love it. And I mean, like when presented with facts, like, the fact of the matter is most people went back to Nioh 2. Even this person admitted having gone back to Nioh 2. And sentences before that said, and I quote, "Nioh 3 is the best thing any fan could have ever hoped for." Which, look, even if it had turned out to be their favorite game ever made, that is a patently absurd thing to say. That is just a wildly absurd claim. Dude, some people, like, people are just broken. They're fucking broken. Alright, what weapon is next? We've done... Oh, god damn it. Oh, hatchets on floor 108. This is probably not going to be a good time. How many items do I have on me? We'll go ahead and do this since we're out. But yeah, like I don't understand being like so in love with a piece of media that like hearing any contrary views on it just boils your blood. Like, I mean, you could tell me that you think God Hand is dog shit right now, I'd be like, all right, it's not for everyone. Like, God, people are so low. Yeah. When I wait, here we go. Let's get fucked, y'all. Didn't they say that shit was gonna be that 6 was going to be PS5 only? I don't believe that that's going to be the case forever, but haven't they suggested that it will be? I'm in a unique, advantageous position of not giving a shit. How much it's gonna be? I'm gonna guess, at least here in the US, I'm gonna guess that full price is gonna be $70. The collector's edition is probably gonna be $90 or $100. Yeah. And honestly, GTA is one of those series that, like, I honestly don't understand how it maintains a fan base, given that, like, let's be real, the changes that have happened in the series have not fundamentally changed the series. The shit is still just GTA. I mean, the last major shakeup in what the game was and how it worked was GTA 3. And then I guess GTA San Andreas brought in, like, weapon proficiencies. But aside from that, what has actually changed? Has anything actually changed? I was really trying to get the targeting to let go of that, but it didn't want to do that. Oh, okay. I'm at a point in general, though, where I'm not even sure how much I care about new games. Like, there's so many games that already exist, and there's a whole lot of studios that are just pretending that they're not using Gen AI garbage. I mean, that's always been true. But coupling the shit releases with the recent, like, fun times gag of wanting to charge $1 million for fucking games. It'd be nice if at some point the artists would be in control of the art, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be nice if at some point people that actually want to make video games would be in control of the art of making video games? Like, what a lovely concept. I mean, that's why the indie space is doing as well as it is. What's up, mate? I'm like programmed to buy other games. I genuinely was about to try to jump to lock onto this guy. It's probably Blood Rain 2 that got me thinking that way. He's just gonna give me a gift. Thanks for the gift, buddy. That's not quite what I wanted. Yes, sir. No. Though I do wonder if there's anything like that kind of lingering around in the code base somewhere, because, like, I do know that, you know, like, the sword's backwave, right? Or not backwave, Tempest. Tempest is the part where after you've depleted an enemy's key, if you hit guard, you'll, like, slam your sword into their weapon and shove them to the ground. In the first game, the dual sword can do that, but it's clearly not supposed to. Like, in the first game, basically, if you just, like, do normal attacks, and only normal attacks, until an enemy's, a human enemy's key breaks, and then you hit the guard button, your character, like, their character will do this weird, like, oh, I'm stunned and don't know where I am kind of looking animation. And your character will do, like, sort of, kind of, the God of Wind kick animation. And then after that animation goes away, the other character, having been stood upright, just slams into the ground and takes, like, 6 damage. Which suggests to me that it's, like, a default damage amount because it doesn't actually have a damage amount. Yeah, I don't understand that one because like despite Demon Parade, what? That was a total waste of my time. For like, what? Am I wrong? Wasn't Wolong 1 not particularly liked? Like, I don't remember anyone hating it per se. Like, I don't remember people talking about it really much at all. Sorry. I guess. I didn't input that in time. Oh no, I'm poisoned. At least it's something completely 100% who gives a shit tier. Now, Stranger of Paradise I genuinely am curious about playing. But, you know, costs. Well, that was unfortunate. That actually made me look like I know what I'm doing here. And then all of that happened, and that completely dispelled the notion that I might know what I'm doing here. Someday Stranger of Paradise will hit a price that I'm willing to pay. Someday. Maybe. I did not think that would hit me. Bro. What a mess. Speaking of, what did you think of Strangers of Paradise, if you played it? I don't know if you've played it, it just came up, you know? See, that's fair. Like, I have liked a little bit of Final Fantasy, and like, considering it one homogeneous universe is a bit erroneous, but at the same time, all of the different games kind of fall into the same general vibe stylistically. Oh my god. I deserve every mean thing that was about to happen to me. Here lately, I just can't get enough of playing Elderborn. Even if that game is kind of simple, it's a fairly punishing kind of simple game. Ah, I deserve it. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Playing like shit again. Alright. Time for Nightmare Bringer. I'm gonna hate this, ain't I? Okay. Thankfully, these grabs ain't shit, but still. I genuinely don't know why that happened. Dude, it's not, like, accepting most of my inputs right now. Like that one. That was a really good example. Thanks, game. What? What? Where did you come from? Why was that here? Does he have Oni B summoning properties that I'm, like, not remembering? Okay. Genuinely, what? Okay. Dude, what are my inputs doing? fucking annoying. Whatever, dude. That was not a fun experience. Genuinely, what was the deal with these Oni bees? Like, does he have the ability to summon those, or am I, like, why were they here? Why were they here? I don't think I've ever seen Oni be around a Nightmare Bringer before. Anyway. Alright, that's going to be enough Nioh 2 for the day. I'm going to take my usual break, and then we're going to do other things, and I'll be back. Whoa. That is exactly what I wanted to happen right there. Oh my god. That was fucking awesome.
Barney Barron from Santa Cruz, California will bust big anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, like, this feels like they wanted it to be like Michael Buffer. In this corner, Sean Barney Barron. Let's get ready to surf. I don't know. What am I doing here?
One of the most flowing surfers on the planet, Rat Boy from Santa Cruz.
Rat Boy.
From San Clemente, California, let's hear it for Christian Fletcher!
Oh my god! It literally did it!
Miller, did you miss me? Not bad. A latched remembering.
I knew you would appreciate it.
I'm here to get my memory back.
Everything's here. You only need to look.
Your little games don't scare me, madame.
In time, little one. In time.
Oh, god damn it. I hate this guy. Right through those boxes. Oh my god! Oh, bruh. Oh my god. Oh, that was dumb as shit, dude. Okay. Hey, excuse me, sir. Okay. Okay. Dude. Oh, man. Oh, nice. What? Apparently, normal guard breaks do damage too. I didn't actually know that. And I'm guessing it's only like 1 point of damage. And I could not imagine a more epic way to end that fight. That was pretty dope. Really stupid. You just gonna stand there and stare at me there? That appears to be a yes. I'm not sure I've ever seen this happen before. No, they're the Mad Midget 5. No, no going too fast.
Oh, okay. Alright. What a great start. I'm just gonna run me over. Rouge is gonna have a seizure.
Guess that was all right.
This is fine. This is exactly how it should be.